Okay, guys, Madden NFL 23, first impressions time. If you are new here, I am Dead Metal of Dead Metal Media, avid football fan, football fanatic, more like it. Listen, when the season starts, every Sunday and every Thursday night, you're only going to find me one place, and that's parked in front of the recliner. I've got my hat on, my jersey, watching my favorite teams square up. And when they lose, it's just heartbreaking defeat. But when they win, the euphoria is unlike anything that you've ever experienced. And you fellow football fans will understand. But what's even better than watching the game is playing it yourself. Now, not for real. Not playing football for real, because that's dangerous. And, well, quite frankly, let's be honest, as football fans, we don't have that many friends to actually get a game going. But playing it virtually, playing it on the big screen, the same way we watch the games, right? So I want to reach out and I want to thank EA first and foremost for supplying your boy with an advanced review copy of Madden 23. Let's be honest, the last couple Madden games haven't done a whole lot. They haven't really moved the needle, but EA has promised this year will be different. So without any further ado, without any waiting, let's get into it. Madden 23. 23 is one of my favorite numbers, and it turns out in this release, Madden 23 is absolutely amazing. Yeah, you heard me right. Madden 23 is incredible. It soars. It is amazing at being a pile of absolute dog shit on the bottom of my shoe. Let's get into it here, people. You know Madden 23 is a fucking joke, just like you knew Madden 22 was a fucking joke, just like you knew Madden 21 was a fucking joke. Just like you knew Madden's 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, going all the way back to when John Madden first graced the cover of this godforsaken franchise in the early 90s have all been trash. Now, I don't like to speak ill of the dead, but I'm going to make an exception right now. Madden attaching his fucking fat-ass ugly mug to this series was only a detriment, and now the fact that he's gone and they're still plastering this old white mall Santa-looking motherfucker over the cover speaks volumes about just how low this series and just how low this genre, sports games, have fallen. I mean, you idiots, I swear to God, I can harp on the Call of Duty guys, I can harp on the Battlefield guys, but at least their setting changes. At least one year, you're in World War II, in the thick of the jungles, gripping a Thompson as you fucking engage in a fierce firefight, and then the next year, it's the future. It's fucking infinite warfare. You're up in a fucking dogfight, or you're up in a space station shooting fucking laser beams at each other. Or one year, you're in fucking Vietnam with all your buddies trying to take out the opposition, and the next year, you're in 2042 taking on mildly futuristic weapons and explosives and vehicles. But Madden... No, there's no even tiny evolutionary leap like that. There is no evolution. There is no leap. There is no progress. Do you want to know why? It's because EA has you all trained like lap dogs. It doesn't matter if the game sucks. You're going to buy it anyway because they were smart. EA bought out all the rights to the NFL. There was a game back in the day called ESPN NFL 2K5, and it is today and will always be the greatest football game to ever exist. That game single-handedly stole the crown from the Madden fanatics, and even they woke up, docile sheep as they are to the truth. And you know what EA did? You know what scumbag Electronic Arts did? They paid the NFL a shitload of money, told them that the people who developed that game can never develop another football game using the NFL license, period. And ever since then, we've been stuck with a never-ending supply of regurgitated shit coming out of the factory line in the form of Madden, insert whatever year it happens to be here. This game fucking sucks. You want to know why it fucking sucks? You want to know why I'm harping on this one in particular? The same reason I harped on last year. This series has not had any fucking life in it for a decade, if not more. This all could have been DLC. Somebody explain to me why we can't just have Madden Football or Madden NFL and we get the roster updates as DLC. We get the team changes, the new players, we get all the new logos, and we get all the new stadiums. All that shit can be DLC. Oh, that's right. Why the fuck would EA release it as DLC for $10 a pop when they can milk 60 out of you fucking football nut huggers dumb enough out here to not only engage in watching the most boring sport that I've ever seen, but sitting here paying $60 year in and year out for an experience you know is mediocre. You know it's trash. You would love Evolution. You would love that monumental leap forward that takes you from playing a football video game to playing a football video game, but you will never get it so long as you support garbage like this. And then the worst argument I hear from these EA fucking fanatics, these fucking football idiots out here who claim that they buy it, but it's justified even though they don't like it, is because it's the only game in town, both figuratively and literally. There is no NFL game competition, and they want to play a football video game, so what the fuck else are they going to do? Well, maybe for starters, you dumb fuck, you can practice some basic money management skills and some smart investing. If you're spending money on a product that does not respect you as the consumer, maybe you ought to sever ties. Sunk cost fallacy need not apply. I don't care if you own every Madden going back to the goddamn PS1. Yeah, I don't care if it's an annual tradition that you and your boys all get the new Madden and play online. Why don't you step up and wake up the other fucking drones who are lining up and already have their pre-orders locked in and say, you know what, guys? I don't think I'm going to buy this year's because it's going to be the same as last year's. And then you can start a domino effect. You can slap your friends in the fucking face. Steal their credit card if you have to. Do not let them buy this pile of slop. Now, I want to address the bigger elephant in the room here, and the fact is, no football game should exist. All right, if you're going to play a football game, it should be ESPN NFL 2K5. But if you like football, you are in the closet. I'm sorry. If you like to watch a bunch of grown men getting all up on each other, right? The goal of the fucking game is to wrap your arms around the guy holding the ball. I mean, I don't know what state you're from here in the U.S., but when I go online and search guy holding another guy who's holding balls, I get some fucking weird results. So I suggest that instead of spending your Sundays and your Thursdays watching this trash, living in the closet, that you first seek intensive psychotherapy and come out of the fucking closet to your wife and your children who you've been lying to for 20 years, because the only people who are football fans these days are middle-aged boomers who've realized that their life is not even a sliver of what they thought it was going to be. You're drowning in debt, driving a car you think gives you meaning, living in a house you can barely afford, attaching your entire identity to a fucking football team. Oh, let's go Bears. Oh, let's go Rams. Oh, let's go fucking Eagles. Let's go fucking Jets. Yeah, you're so cool. You're so fucking lost in life that you literally eat, sleep, live, breathe, and shit the NFL. And when the NFL's in the off season, you may as well be a goddamn robot because you don't know what to do. You sit online, you play fantasy football, you speculate about draft picks, you'll wonder how your team's going to beat the next team in what is effectively a TVG version of a homoerotic porno. All right? This is an absolute joke. Your life is an absolute joke if you like this trash. I don't know what else to tell you. You need help. You need deep fucking psychological analysis to figure out just what the fuck is wrong with you and where your life went wrong. But here's the good news, my boomer 40 and 50-year-old friends. My friends who are prepared to drop 60 every single year on a game that flips them the bird while they do it. A game that does not respect their consumer base for a sport that is targeted at closeted, middle-aged homosexual males. The good news is you can change. All right? Now, you want to fuck guys? I don't care. Go fuck guys. I'm happy for you if you like taking it in the ass, and I'm happy for you if you like giving it in the ass, all right? I don't really care who you choose to fuck. But what I do care about is when you support a trash sport that's more boring than golf. Golf is the most exciting sport I've ever seen, by the way. If you're not down with Tiger Woods, motherfucker's the greatest athlete of our generation. Think of all the years, all the decades, all the fucking centuries you could have been born in, and you were born alive the same time as Tiger Woods. That is a modern goddamn miracle in and of itself. So you need to put on the PGA Tour, You need to buy that game coming out this year. I buy the PGA Tour every goddamn year. Well, I only buy when Tiger Woods is on the cover, but thankfully they've come to their senses. Point being, you need to invest in a better sport. You need to start being a fan of a better sport. You need to be a fan of more admirable people who actually make good life decisions like Tiger Woods, and you need to stop paying Electronic Arts $60 for trash games that are just regurgitated trash. They are literally Control-C, Control-V of the last one. Don't do it. You should give me that money instead.